चांद तारे तोड़ लाऊं, सारी दुनिया पर मैं छाऊं, बस इतना सा ख्वाब है, बस इतना सा ख्वाब है. Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a brand new video which is about dreams, aspirations, and financial goals. Well, everyone has dreams. Someone would want to retire early, retire rich. Someone would want a good house, which is like sea facing house. Someone would want to become a very famous teacher in India or maybe in the globe. But then always remember this, dreams are no one's monopoly. It's all about execution. How do you execute them? How do you visualize them? So for that, you have to set goals which are smart goals. But then what do we mean by smart goals is exactly what we are going to discuss in today's video. S stands for specific, M measurable, A achievable, R relevant, and T time bound. These are SMART goals. Now let's understand the exact meaning of SMART with the help of three examples. The three examples that I'm going to give are properly distinguished. The first example is a complete non-financial example. Second example is a financial example which I feel is applicable for everyone. And the last financial example might be applicable to few of you all. Okay, so let's understand what do we mean by specific goal setting. So specific means what? You have to be as clear, as precise whenever you want to decide that yes, I want to achieve this thing. Be very specific, be very clear. Okay, so first example, Chand tare tod laun. That is what? That is a financial or non-financial. Obviously, that's a non-financial example. Is it specific? Yes. Why? Number one, let's understand what do I mean by a specific goal. Number one, you have to very clearly mention what do you want. So, do you know what you want, Chantare? Yes. But second point which comes here is which steps will you take to accomplish that? Now, does Shah Rukh Khan tell what steps will he take to accomplish that, Chantare? No. So, now the conclusion is that first one is not a specific goal, right? Let's change the second goal, which is applicable for everyone, is to be financially independent. So is the answer, what do you want to achieve is answered? Yes, I want to be financially independent. Second thing that you have to ask is which steps will I take to become financially independent? Now for that I can say that I'll do a monthly SIP. So which steps will be taken? That is also answered. So I can say that the second example is a specific goal. Third example, assume that my example is I want to buy a car. Okay, Honda Civic LX variant car. Okay, and to buy that, I'm going to again do a monthly SIP. So again, what and which steps are both answered? Yes. So I hope specific in all three cases is absolutely clear. Now the second one is that it should be a measurable goal. Now what do we mean by measurable? I should be in a position to answer the question how much. I had read it somewhere that if it can't be measured, it can't be improved. So you have to get an answer to how much. So let's check in all these three scenarios whether these goals are measurable or not. First, let's start with Shah Rukh Khan's goal ki sari duniya par mein chhau. Now, it can be different. What is the interpretation of dunya? For few people, sari duniya can be their friends. For few people, sari duniya can be their FB followers. For few people, sari duniya can be their 2 million followers, maybe. Okay. So, how much is sari duniya? That how much is not answered in this one. So, the first is not a measurable goal. In the second case, if you remember, I told you in the previous case that I'm going to start an SIP. Okay. But SIP of how much? I didn't mention in the previous case. So if I say that I'm going to start an SIP of 20,000 rupees per month so that I will be financially independent, is that a measurable goal now? Yes. Okay, because 20,000 rupees is a measurable thing, right? And to buy that Honda Civic car now, either I can again mention the SIP amount or I can say that the current car cost is around 19 lakh rupees. And if I consider inflation, then let's say after 5 years, the cost of the car will be 25 lakh rupees. I want to save that much money, 25 lakh rupees. Is that measurable? Answer is yes. Now, the third one is whether the goal is an achievable goal or not. So, to check whether it's an achievable goal or not, ask few questions to yourself. Number one, do I have the necessary skill sets, knowledge, or money to achieve that goal? Number two, if I don't have that skill set, knowledge, or money, can I acquire that? And number three, can I dedicate my time and efforts to acquire that skill? Right. So first, let's start again with our Shah Rukh Khan example. Chand Tare Tod Lao. It is not an achievable goal at all. So cross, complete cross. Right. Second one is becoming financially independent. But then a person says, "Arey, I want to become financially independent." Agreed. But I'm not a financially literate person. Then what? Does that person have proper knowledge, proper skills? No. Question: can he achieve that? Yes, how? By watching my lectures, right? Every day that person is going to watch one lecture of basics of stock market, then fundamental analysis, then technical analysis, and that person is going to be financially independent, financially literate. Okay. Once after becoming financially literate, see one more important point. Was that person ready to take that much dedicated efforts or not? If yes, then it is possible. Okay. So it's a journey from becoming financially literate to becoming financially independent, right? So second one is achievable. Third one, for that, no skill set is required as such, but you require money. So assume that a person says that on an average monthly, I'm able to save 30,000 rupees. So on an annual basis, roughly around 3.6 lakhs, I'll be able to save. So let's say in a time frame of 5 years, will that person be able to achieve his dream car? Answer is yes. So I hope we have understood what do we mean by achievable goals. But then what's the problem? Problem is that we tend to overestimate ourselves. We believe that I can buy a house, I can buy a car, I can go on an exotic vacation all at one point of time. But then this can be a bad financial planning if you are not setting achievable and realistic targets. What is the solution there? For that, I just came across Ind Money app. In this app, what happens is that you can set personalized goals and you can also easily track each and every goal. What you have to do is just download the app, enter all your investments, enter all your incomes and monthly expenses. Then go to plan your goal, and that's where you can add as many goals as you want. Once you select your goal, you can also check out the inflation adjusted amount of the goal. And if you need a loan, the app will also calculate your EMI and adjust your future incomes and expenses accordingly. After that, what you can check is whether this goal is achievable or not, whether you can afford that or not. And if not, you can also modify the goal and make it achievable by changing the amount or changing the year. The next one is that it should be a relevant goal. Now, what do you mean by a relevant goal? First of all, you have to ask yourself that why do you want to accomplish it? Is there any reason behind it or not? You have to check whether it is in line with your overall life goals, with your overall life values or not. If your answer is yes to these questions, then I can say that it's a relevant goal. Again, back to our three examples. Now, when Shah Rukh Khan says Chand Tare Tod Lao, for whom? So, if it is this scenario, then okay, he wants to impress his heroine. Okay, but if Shah Rukh Khan is Devdas now, whom is he going to impress? So, at that point of time, all these Chand Tare and everything become absolutely irrelevant. Koi sense hai is baat ka? No sense. Okay, so again, the first one is absolutely irrelevant. Second one is about being financially independent. Okay, now is that a very much relevant goal? Yes. A person can say that I want to take care of my budhe maa baap, bin byahi behan, and all that 3 idiots dialogue. Okay, so there can be a proper relevant goal for that. That I want to be financially independent because I should be able to take care of myself, my parents, my children. That's relevant. You should be able to answer why, and here you did find a why. That's why it is a relevant goal. If I'm talking about the Honda Civic, now a person may say that I want to buy a Honda Civic LX because number one, I have 4 people in my family, and number two, I want to upgrade my lifestyle. That is the reason why I want to buy it. So, have you gotten your answers to why? Yes, and that is why I can say it's a relevant goal. Okay, very important. This video is not sponsored by Honda Civic. And the last one is a time-bound goal, comparatively a simple one because the word itself says it should be time-bound. So which question is going to be answered? When will I achieve it? That question is going to be answered. So for example, you can have a time-bound timeline of let us say 6 months. You could have it for 6 years or whatever as per your goal. So again, let's start with our Shah Rukh Khan's example. When he says that मैं बन जाऊं सबसे बड़ा. अरे but when? Time waits for none. बीतता तो वक्त है, खर्च हम हो जाते हैं. Wow, wow. Okay, so in this case, he doesn't say when does he want to become popular. So again, a big cross for Shah Rukh Khan. So sorry, Shah Rukh Khan. I have not given you tick mark for even one parameter, but don't worry, I'm a diehard fan of yours. Okay. Anyways, let's move on with the second one, which is about being financially independent. Now, if I say that I want to be financially independent at the age of 45, is that a time bound goal? Yes. Okay. And the last one is about that Honda Civic car. Can I say that I want to buy this car after 5 years? Again, that's a time bound goal. I hope you have understood this, one of the simplest parameters. Now, before we conclude, I would just like to add that in the same song, Shah Rukh Khan says that Jo bhi chahun wo main paun, zindagi mein jeet jaun. And I think that's what he followed in his life. Whatever he thought he had to achieve, I guess he did achieve it. And that's why I feel that he's called as the King Khan, right? If you feel that you would also want to have smart goals, and if you achieve them, you can just imagine the joy that you're going to have after achieving them. So don't be late. Think about it, write down your smart goals, mention at least one smart goal of yours in the comment section. I'll be really happy to read it, and I'll be happy to help you if I can in my small own manner, right? Till then, take care, Jai Hind, and bye bye.